Afternoon, everybody on Randomizer. We have another exciting matchup in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Pentaforce tournament featuring AdirondackRick and VicninZP. Joining me on commentary today, Dark Falls. Dark, how you doing, bro?
I am doing good, my friend. Should be a very, very fun race. AdirondackRick has gotten so good throughout this tournament. Vicnin, one of the old guard, so to say. Another very proficient runner in his own right. Should be a lot of fun to see these guys go head-to-head.
Absolutely. Now, this is a elimination match, meaning we are in the elimination bracket, meaning if whoever loses this match is unfortunately not going to be in the tournament anymore. The winner of this match is going to move on to face, let me see here, Tetrale.
I believe the winner of that is going to get one and only F. Coughlin.
You are correct. The winner of that match, yes, the winner of the next matchup does get Fred Coughlin. So,
and I know Rick is kind of looking forward to that. Just Fred versus Rick would be a little bit of a rematch of sorts. So I know Rick is really hoping to get it to Fred, but first has to get past Vicnin and then Tetra. So it's going to be a very long road. So we are playing with, as you said, the bracket flags OBT. Let's go over that a little bit.
Indeed. So the biggest thing, the biggest change we've got here is Second Quest Overworld. And Second Quest Overworld means we're going to have a lot more blocks, a lot more power bracelet blocks, a lot more recorder blocks. There's just a lot more blocks out there for us to find. Also, plus or minus 4 HP enemies. That's a thing. That makes combat maybe easier, maybe not. Who knows? But we are underway.
Now, when we begin, we're going to be looking for a couple of things, as many of you guys have known probably from watching this tournament. First and foremost, we'll be looking for A, a wood sword, and B, hopefully our Armos item, which will hopefully benefit us. Now, we may find something like the Armos book, and getting the Armos book isn't necessarily a bad thing in this set OBT, and why is that?
Well, because we need the book to understand the old men, because otherwise... Oh, that's an early red ring!
So what that just did was basically quadrupled Rick's defense, so instead of 3 hearts, he now has 12.
Indeed, and Vicnin's probably going to find that here in just a few moments, based on where he found that. That's a nice find to get early. If you're not going to get a weapon early, you might as well get some survivability. But, to play off of something you were saying earlier, again, with the book, once you find the book early, you're going to be able to understand all of the hints that the old men are saying, because otherwise you're just going to say the same garbled thing for the entire game. Which is... What is the world record for this seed? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to set the world record for this seed.
So we are looking for our wooden sword. We're also looking for a couple dungeons. When we go into a dungeon, we'll notice that we won't see what dungeon it is. We kind of have to figure that out now, because the dungeon levels are going to be obscured from us.
Indeed they are, and I've got a few visual aids to help me. Speaking of levels, we find 2 of them at once!
And Vicnin's going to dig around, and his Rick is going to look for that sword before he touches the dungeon. You can definitely kind of make a play for either one of those ideas.
I like the idea of jumping in and, like, getting a few rooms in, just to see. You never know, you may stumble upon an item room, and you may stumble upon a weapon.
Meanwhile, find a candle.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vicnin is just like, hey, let me clip into the HUD, because why not? A blue boomerang on the coast, so we're not going to bother picking that up, ever. 16 small secret is pretty good. Another big thing, because it's second quest, there's only one large secret. So your secrets are going to be mostly medium. So this is where you're kind of hoping that you don't have a 25 medium secret. Although, with finding the red ring this early, you're not going to have a ton of things to spend money on in the first place.
Now, we did find Vicnin finding the Any Rose, and one of them eliminated level 1 from Vanilla. Nice spot to eliminate, just it's so awkward to route in.
The rest of them are terrible. Those are some pretty bad take-any roads. Hey, the blue Moblins only have 1 hit point. That's always positive.
And Rick find out lovely purple level that Victim found earlier. Gonna do the same thing and just back out.
Indeed. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't really able to see much of where they came in at, so I didn't quite catch what that might have been.
Yeah, just digging in one room is going to be kind of hard to tell anyway. They both came in at the lower part of the dungeon, though. Towards the bottom part.
Alright. That could be a few things. Alright, so Vicnin over at the waterfall and coming up on the vanilla white sword for quest 1. Actually, I don't remember if it's the second quest, too. I think it is, but it's been a while. It's just powering through those blue moblins. Alright, so really right now our runners are just like doing all their basic exploring. One of the wood sword will be in an open cave unblocked by anything. We just gotta find it.
Yeah, they're kind of just retracing each other's steps at the moment. And OBT, I'll put you on the spot a little bit. We've seen most of the eastern half of Hyrule, so we'll rule that out. But where's our sword hiding today?
Oh, easily the potion shop next to Vanilla 1 level 9.
So all the way up in the Death Mountain?
Yes, because that's where it always is.
I'm gonna go to the bottom part of the map and then say that obnoxious cave in the Deadwoods.
Indeed. So Vicnin is in this level, and I think this looks like level 6, based on the side and where that Triforce is.
Yeah, you had that left-handed spine, then down to the hook and around a little bit.
I think that's 6. Okay, I haven't actually seen what our medium secret is. I see a lot of small secrets we've been collecting. Oh, timely clock.
Yeah, that's a beautiful time to get a clock. I mean, yeah, they have 1 hit HP, so you can still burn them down, but clock just makes that so much more efficient.
Absolutely. So, Vicnin here gonna grab his candle, so he'll be able to start doing all of the, forest exploration. Yes, I'm glad somebody got that. It was a very timely clock. Sorry. I'm a punny guy.
I wouldn't quite call that 6 just yet until we get a little bit more proof, but it's most likely 6.
I mean, it felt like 6, and I'm not sure what else it could have been. I guess it might have been 5. I'm pretty sure it's 6.
And we do find a hint shop, but we have an issue though, OBT. We don't have the book yet.
Still don't have that book. Still not gonna be able to understand. If you bought those hints, you get the exact same message.
Blah 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 blah.
Indeed.
Now Rick is heading over towards the Death Mountain / Deadwoods sector, so we'll see what's over here. Gonna check out the Forgotten Spot if you can get into it without taking a Lino Beam.
Well, he took a few of them, and hey, he found some place to buy boss. He's gonna buy a heart. That's probably a very smart idea right there.
With all the Lionels staring down at you, and you're kind of far away from the start screen at this point, definitely not a bad year since there's only 12 rubies.
Yep. Alright, so here comes another open cave. Oh, the blue Octoroks have, at least the fast ones, have more than 1 hit point. We find another level.
And Rick is going to dig around inside of this one, so we'll see if he finds it. Oh, we got a Triforce, so we'll know exactly what this one is.
Exactly. Based on where he came in at, I don't know, 3 maybe? I don't know. I didn't see what the start room looked like. Maybe 2? Let's see here.
And that was in fact level 2, so he might go back in. Level 2 does have that 1 free item hanging out on the ground, so if you happen to come across that, some of the white sword, some of the red candle, give him a little bit of defense.
Yep.
Wand also would be a nice find this early.
Yes, it would. Oh, those are some blue Well, Molas, hey, there's a heart container.
So heart containers are interesting now. They have the red ring, so that's basically getting 4 hearts just for the quick press of 1.
Yep. Hey, it's a Gleeok.
That's a Gleeok. We don't want to deal with that guy until we absolutely have to.
I don't think you can bomb the Gleeok.
Vicnin, however, is found level 1. The other dungeon that we really want to find early.
Oh, where was that at? I didn't see where that was.
I did not catch it either, but we'll see when he exits.
Yeah, what is an absolutely great find? Oh, Rick takes a hit from the red bubbles. Now, the red bubbles are terrible because, you lose your ability to use your sword until you hit a blue bubble, go to a fairy pond, grab a Triforce, use a potion, or save and quit the game.
However, right now we have no swords, so we don't really care about that.
No, but if they pick their sword up still cursed, that actually carries over.
Yeah, it won't give it back to us until we actually meet those conditions.
Indeed. So, another thing I noticed while that was all going on, Vicnin bombed a bunch of the Vyres and none of them died. That means that they split into the keys, which means that they have more than 4 hit points, so we're never getting any drops from them.
So also, level 2 happen to be in what I believe is second quest level 7, I want to say.
Yep.
That annoying forest burden that is not in quest 1.
Chad is asking, why did Rick dip again when he got the heart Triforce in the banana? As Saber just pointed out in the chat, free keys, you're looking for keys. Keys are good. Always finding keys. Except in this case where Vicnin's on a screen with a lot of keys. And hey, there's a key!
Keys.
I told you, keys are good! Keys are great! Everyone loves keys. Key percent indeed.
So, that was the banana in level 2, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I did not see Rick pick that up, but I'll take your word for it.
Doesn't look like he did, actually. Meanwhile, that Goma is in a room that will drop something, so... might be the item, might be the Triforce, could be none. Could be none of it.
I don't know if you caught that, OPT, but Rick just did a little bit of gambling and actually hit some 44 rupees.
I did not see that. Nicely done.
Wow, ladder in level 1 as well. So we have the ladder in any key and very nice value level 1.
Absolutely.
Now that is a spot that's relatively close to where they started. So it probably won't take Rick too long to find that. I'm just gonna look for a sword first. Now, we are playing with a second quest overworld OPT, so that's going to put a little bit more emphasis on money. We will only have 1 large secret here.
Indeed. Yep, once we find it. If we find it, we may not even find it.
Or it could be 50 rupees, so it might not even be that great, but we'll come across that in due time.
Indeed.
The biggest pain, though, is our mid-secret is only 25, I believe.
Yes, it's a minimum. That's, as I said before, the money in this seed isn't going to be the biggest thing in the world because we already have a blue ring, a red ring, so our runners aren't going to buy it. Not that either of these two would have bought that in the first place, but I think I just saw someone make an arrow purchase. Outside of arrows and maybe the meat, like, money is going to be nice for bombs and bomb upgrades, but not required.
So we're running out of places for this wood sword. It's either going to be at this cave, the Blue Shop Cave, or down by Vanilla. If it's not there, you're going to get your wish OPT. It's going to be up in the Death Mountain sector.
It's not a wish, it just happens all the gosh darn time. I believe we also call that confirmation bias.
Rick unfortunately sniped right before he gets into that cave.
It's unfortunate taking that death right there. It's gonna be a bit before he can make his way back there.
Now he does have his candle, so he's gonna pass the burn bush for now.
That's true. That is where level 1's at. He is past by, but then again, he may just be maybe routing all this in. Vicnin finds the sword. Where was it? It is in fact at the Vanilla 1 potion shop.
So a spot that Rick was again very close to. Unfortunately, took a little bit of a stroll by it.
But hey, there is the powerful magic sword that will unlikely be picked up in this game. As I have come accustomed to calling it, sword not appearing in this game. And oh, that was 25, right? And the reason for that, honestly, is that because we're only looking for 5 dungeons, or 5 Triforce pieces, you don't really find a lot of heart containers.
Oh, but look though, look where Rick is heading.
Yep, he's gonna make his way to level 1 here.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes in or not though, because he has made a couple choices to dip out of dungeons without taking a look around.
Well, Vicnin was able to get both items without a sword, so... Well, what dungeon is this? This is... Okay, it's definitely 5 through 8 because it has a transport staircase.
Yeah, Rick tried to clip in the 6, so that means that's going to be 5, 7, or 8.
Right. Rick able to do the tree clip. I love the tree clip. Now,
with this opening part, you kind of know this is going to be level 1. Rick does have 1
4
as the map.
Is that 4? No, it can't be 4. There was a transport staircase. He got the map. He knows is 1. He's leaving. No, he was opening the door. Just opening the door.
Saving that key, and then he's going to find all the keys.
Indeed.
About to get the bad news about the beefy virus, though.
Yeah. Oof, that is not a nice room game. Vicnin going down into a double moat room. Well, he had a ladder, though.
And Rick is going deeper into level 1, so he'll find his nice stuff in a little bit.
Oh, you know what? Vicnin must have got hit by a red bubble or something. Because he was swinging his sword the moment he came out of that. Well, Rick's got himself a key. He'll be happy to have that until he finds the any key. Then he'll be like, hey, I've got all of them. Speaking of which... Swordless block clip. Nicely done. 1 shot. He's gonna come down, get his any key. He'll be happy to have that.
Yeah, he was able to use the candle to buffer the sword, so... Very nice done.
Yeah. So somebody in the chat is pointing out Vicnin is using his second save file, which doesn't mean anything other than my guess is that when he was on the title select screen, it kind of threw him off to see 3 hearts on the first one. Oh, we got maybe an item? Oh, hey, Lamolus. Nope, transport. Oh, does Vicnin do that a lot? Okay, good to know. Interesting. Where is this?
Rick trying to do the Dance of the Darknet to get deeper in. He will find his ladder right about now.
Is that staircase literally right next to each other? That's what it looked like.
Hey, OPT, look at it on Vicnin's side.
Yeah, it's good old Aquamentus. Love that guy, he's great.
Best dragon.
Best dragon ever. This is... Is Vicnin 7? Or 8?
This has an 8 vibe to it.
It's not 6. It's not 8. That's 7. I think that's 7. I haven't seen his map, but just based on where he came down into this run, I don't think it's 8. I think it's 7.
Either way, it's a bad place that we probably don't want to be unless we absolutely have to.
Well, I mean, this is the Triforce room. So we're gonna find out for 100% sure Z's in a second.
Yeah, as long as he is kind and checks the map for us.
No, he's not going to, so he probably already knows. That looks like 7. So that was 7, so the one under... Okay, Elso's got it on the... Our tracker also has got that. Already figured out that was 7. That's what we thought was 6, but it's definitely 7.
And while we're talking about that, yes, please give Elso a follow, Elso999, as well as a Master718 for doing a restream for us today. We appreciate you both behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Alright, I think they're gonna go ahead and check some of these bomb spots up here. Getting just some more rupees.
Rick is heading back to the vanilla start section, so he'll be grabbing his sword pretty soon.
We hope.
Yeah, he has to avoid the Lionels.
Meanwhile, Vicny going back into this purple dungeon.
I know you yourself as a fan of a Lionel.
Yes. I was like purple dungeons. I don't know what dungeon this is yet. We know where the dreaded 6 and 7 are, so clearly not either of those.
6 isn't too bad in non-shapes.
Okay, 4. Maybe? Victor's probably in 4. That's gotta be 4. Yeah, that's 4. That's 4, and he's got a red bubble curse right now. Meanwhile, AdirondackRick, he's gonna get his letter, and he's gonna make it to the sword any second now.
And then it's a matter of where does he want to go next. He doesn't know where a few dungeons are. Unfortunately, two of the ones are 6 and 7, as we said.
Right.
Or he'll probably join Vicnin up in level 4.
Rick decides to burn the Zora holding the sword, because why not?
Rick, that is a wooden sword. Don't burn it before you can use it.
I mean, that's a very fair point. Did I see that right? Did those orange Wizrobes roll over 4 hit points?
Yeah, it looks like they're between 5 and 8, which is not fun.
Yeah, definitely not. No more red bubbles. Vicnin dodging all of those red bubbles by just walking straight forward. This has to be 4. I think we've already confirmed it before. Yeah.
Now, Rick did find the screen he died in. It was just a potion shop, so that's not going to be too costly. But he's going to find another place right now, and probably won't be happy to see this.
Well, depends on what he finds in here. Meanwhile, Vicnin is still just looking through this place to find any kind of item in here. Seen a hint of an item or a hint of a Triforce.
Now, we are playing with the second quest enemies, as we've said, so our Stalfos are going to be throwing swords at us, and our ropes are going to be a little bit on the beefier side.
Indeed. Well, Victor's got to make his way through this blue Wizrobe, but the red ring does give you the courage to face off against these things more often than not.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of the anxiety out of fighting them. I mean, not all of it, because there still are blue Wizrobes, of course. But we do find an item, and we have our wand, so more offense.
Oh, that is very nice.
And Rick has found a staircase I don't think Vicnin found, so this could be itching if this is the item.
Indeed. Assuming he doesn't take any more damage, he's got there, and it's the heart container.
But that's kind of a good thing, because once he finds out this is 7, it's going to take that anxiety off of not having to go back here.
Yeah. I think he knows already. That corner, that corner spot on the map, on his in-game map, being not showing up is the telltale sign that that's 7.
And the Triforce here was pretty free, so he'll get his second Triforce momentarily. And we have now the confirmation that this is, in fact, level 7.
Absolute confirmation that is 7.
Unless Jam Evil was here, then he'd probably still not be convinced. But...
yeah. And Rick's actually going to grab the Triforce out of here.
Yeah, just a quick room with low HP Gibdos, so not too much of a challenge.
Yep, so both of our runners have actually completed level 7. Vic did not find the item out of it, but so that may come into play, may not. Depends on how the rest of the seed plays out. Both are runners with 6 heart containers, though. Vicnin making very good use of that wand. And why not? I mean, it's white sword damage, it's awesome. And yeah, that is a pretty quick level 7 considering the fun that level 7 can put our runners through.
As our LZ Cards fans likes to say, it's 33 rooms of torture.
Yeah. The fact that it's 33 rooms is just the problem, let alone, you know, anything else. So that level 4, that was the level up in the corner. Rick does know about that. I know he was up there, so I wonder if he's going to make his way back up there with the sword yet, or what. But he's going to grab a heart container from the coast. Well, I don't think we saw Vicnin actually get the Triforce out of 4. He has not.
No, he's going back in. He needs some bombs. It was a little bomb block.
This just seems like more of an annoying 4 than anything else. That run where you have to spend more time in 4 than you do in 7.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's also not a good feeling to get a nice early ladder and then have a junky coast item.
Right. Still, getting that ladder is like good no matter what, because then you know you don't have to worry about that anymore. Quite frankly, if you can find 5 dungeons and level 9 with just the bow, silver arrows, and the ladder, you're good to go. So that's why the ladder is considered like one of the 3 most important items in this game. Hey, Rick found another dungeon.
This one on the corner of Burn Row. This one could be possibly 8.
8 or 3, maybe? That's looking like 3 to me. Unfortunately for Rick, he's just got cursed by a red bubble. Oh, those do have only 4 hit points. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this is 100% level 3. Get nice! Using bomb strats to take out all of them. More red bubbles! More bombs. Bombs are good.
And there's our blue bubble, so we'll get our sword back.
Yay!
Yeah, more free bombs, which is nice.
Free bombs are always great. Alright, inside this... Oh, hey, more bombs and more blue bubbles. So our blue bubbles are all the way at the top of the screen. Or the dungeon. Rick just throwing pops out for... I don't know if that was out of frustration or if that was just for fun at this point.
Yeah, level 3 is like a weaponry warehouse right now. Just bombs everywhere.
Apparently. Oh boy. Well.
And that's probably why.
Yeah. Oh no! Red bubble curse again!
Now, unless that's the Triforce room, at least we can go around it. We don't necessarily need to kill that room.
This room, unfortunately, we do need to kill. Well, if we need to go up, which we don't know if we do. Nice.
Just using all the bombs and getting bombs back.
Right.
Oh, Hi, Goma.
Hi, Goma, indeed. That doesn't mean Goma's necessarily blocking our Triforce. We still don't know. We have about a quarter left of this dungeon. A wing left in this dungeon.
Oh, and look what our white sword item is. That would be the silver arrow Zobi.
Wow! And it's ladder block, too.
Yeah, that's one of those spots on the river that a lot of people won't check. So it'll be interesting to see when Rick gets over there.
Indeed, that is going to be super important. Rick going up, getting hit by a blue bubble, coming back down to take care of these Wizrobes. And we're going to check the left wing of this place.
Now those were a flashing bubble, so he still doesn't have his sword. That's not going to affect him.
So, there was another bomb drop in that. This level 3 is insane. Pyromaniacs are us, apparently. There's our Triforce, so none of the hard stuff we have to deal with.
Yet. We haven't seen the item quite yet.
Well, this room doesn't matter because we have the... Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the hard rooms we can ignore.
Yay! I love ignoring hard rooms. Oh, and the Heart Container is right there! And a book! Ooh! Well, Rick doesn't have the wand yet, not that he would care, because that book's really important in these flag sets.
Yeah, so now we can understand the old men, and we can buy some hints, and Rick does know where some hints are. Needs a little bit of money still, though.
Indeed. Which is the one unfortunate side effect of having a seed that's not giving out the money all that much. Rick grabbing his Triforce in level 3. Oh, Vicnin is looking for his bow, and that's really it. Well, other than a few Triforces at level 9, but... Meanwhile, Rick is finding another dungeon. My goodness. A lot of these
Given
dungeons...
what we know, this should be level 5, most likely.
I think so. But yeah, I mean... There's not many left.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 or 8.
Hmm. 8? Could be 8, based on where that empty spot was.
So
hey, Aquamantis!
8 still will have 2 items for us, so if this is 8, we're gonna want to dig it out a bit.
Yeah, this is 8, based on that eye hole. Unless this bombs downwards, which it doesn't. Yeah, this is 8.
The one thing for Rick, though, is he is heading in this path. He's going to be heading up towards where the ladder spots are. So it might not be long before he actually finds that, if he keeps going this route.
Absolutely. Well, Triforce in the staircase room. Interesting. And the staircase is the red candle. Rick is
going to bypass it.
So we think this is 8, and Rick's gonna grab the Triforce, and maybe he's gonna find out, or maybe not.
Now, he does need the boat, he does need the silvers. No, that
was 8.
That was 8, yep. So he has one more item here that he's gonna go back in for. Bow and silver still at large. You don't want to gamble on both of them being in 9.
Right. Now, Vicnin, on the other hand, grabs his Triforce out of 2. That's going to bring him up to 3. We have a meat block. And I think that's at the top of the dungeon. That is blocking a room, I believe.
Yeah, only way around that one is going to be if our transport's up there, but that's going to be interesting.
Indeed. Yeah, that meat block is actually blocking things. Hey, Aquaman is just chilling out. Checking that map. He likes to read the maps. Never mind. Whoa! That's a bow. We got a bow!
Second item is, in fact, the bow in level 8.
Indeed, we've got it. Alright, so,
yeah, Rick heading north. Let's see if he checks the river.
No, well, he's going to this first. Hints. He wants to see if he can buy any hints. Glack looks with 1! Which we already knew. Oh, but he does look like he's going up this way.
We have not found level 9 yet, so he's still looking for level 9 at the very least.
Indeed. And neither of our runners have found level 9. Meanwhile, Vicnin taking a gamble, losing 6 rupees. Not so bad.
And Rick did take that right, so he is going to find his silver arrows momentarily.
If he...
And he'll be in go mode.
There it is. There it is. The other cards are recorded. Nice.
Now, it's interesting to note, though, OPT, we don't have our flute, we don't have our power burst, and we don't have our raft. We don't know where 9 is.
Yes, we have no items that are actually going to unlock anything on the overworld, oddly enough. Yeah. Unfortunately, Rick missing where the bomb spot there was. It was a little further over to his left, but, you know, it's second quest, no one's used to that. It's okay.
And now he's out of bombs, so he's going to have to go kill some bomb droppers.
Or just go buy bombs from the amazingly awesome price of, I believe, 8 rupees.
Yeah, so you can buy 1 pack. Furious can bring up a good point that levels 5 or 9 need to be available.
That's true, because level 6 is the only item we don't have, the only dungeon we don't have an item out of.
I mean, but if level 6 has something like the wand, that opens up another 9 spots. The whistle, right. I should say.
Yeah, right now it's either... we haven't explored any of Death Mountain yet, so... And that's where Rick is heading. Well, Vicnin is... Let's see where he's going.
And we do find level 9, so Rick just needs a Triforce now. And he knows where level 4 is, so it wouldn't shock me to see him go over there, but he's gonna look around a bit longer.
Indeed. Well, he knows where our level is. I don't know if he knows that's level 4. Or maybe he is going that direction. He's just... No, he's gonna go back towards... Oh, he's going back towards level 6. Yep.
Which is a good place. It's a dungeon, you know where it is. You can clear it because you have everything you need. You have the bow, you have arrows, and you have the ladder. So as long as it's not dig dirt or block, you know you can get a Triforce here. Indeed. Now, he doesn't know this is 6. At least I don't think he does, because... You know, massive... The one room up in that corner... But again, with this being level 6, it's not as bad as it would be in shapes. 6 in vanilla was more the first appearance of Wizrobes, so that kind of on being difficult more than long.
Right. Yeah, 7 was difficult because it was long in the vanilla game. Did Rick take a bomb loss at some point? I missed that. Meanwhile, Vicnin is, he's going through level 8 himself, and oh, there's a white sword!
Yeah, just a combat upgrade, but very nice to have.
Well, that's gonna be a great combat upgrade, considering, Ganon with wood sword versus Ganon with, white sword is no contest.
Vicnin, however, I believe is in level 8, so he should get his, bow relatively quick, so he'll be in the same position as Rick.
Indeed, he will get his bow. He'll grab this Triforce. My guess is he'll check his inventory to see which Triforce that is and jump back in.
He is unfortunately leaving level 8.
Oh. I'm trying to... Okay, that is a vanilla Quest 1 push bot, unfortunately in Quest 2 doesn't have one, is going into, what is this again, Dungeon 3?
Yeah, this is 3, so he's going to get Triforce, and then he's probably going to be hunting for level 9, gambling that the bow is in 9. Where Rick, however, has everything he needs, and he will be heading over 9 right now. So with Rick hitting the 9 OBT, what are we looking for?
Well, since Rick has the arrows, the silver arrows, and the bow, what Rick is going to be listening for is the sound of Ganon, because as expensive as Ganon has decided to make his dungeon by making it really large, really kind of cheaped out on the walls, and no insulation whatsoever. So you'll hear the roar of Ganon one room away, either in north, south, east, or west of Ganon's room. The other thing we're looking for is a shutter door, a single shutter door, in a room that doesn't open when the room is cleared. Or, after you defeat Ganon, a shutter door that just opens the moment you enter the room. That's where Zelda will be. Those are the two things we're looking for, Ganon and Zelda. And Rick did find 9, so he's just charging right over there. He's got a red ring, he doesn't need anything else, he's got his silver arrows, he's got 4 rupees, which is enough to fire an arrow shot. He
has the any key, so no key doors will stop him.
Yep.
7 bombs, so probably would want 8, but really 7 should be okay.
Indeed. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but he's going into 9. Here we go.
With Ganon's lovely Pepto Pink palette.
That is an amazing color scheme for the ultimate endgame dungeon. Rick entering level 9 at just over 39 minutes. This scene has gone real fast.
Now we see a Gibdo, so I believe that means we have either Darknuts or Wizrobes here, so the enemy set might be interesting.
Indeed so. Meanwhile, Vicnin is making his way through level 3. He's about to find his last Triforce piece, or at least last required Triforce piece. Also giving the old man some of his infinite keys, because, you know, that's the thing. Both our runners ending up with, is that 8 heart containers? Yep. Vicnin grabs his book, because that's just a great idea.
Yeah, this has been a blazing path that Rick has set. Vicnin not far behind him. Unfortunately, he able to leave level 8 there without the bow.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. I understand it, because you know one of the items in 8 which really devalues exploring 8 much further. It's just unfortunate that we know the bow's in 8, and he's playing the numbers right now, and
we find where Zelda is.
Well, that's Zelda, yeah. So that shutter door should have opened, it didn't.
And that was right under the 9 on the top row.
That's a little ways up there, but probably pretty easy enough to get there.
Yeah, and this enemy set on level 9 has been fairly free, so combat won't be an issue so far.
Just gotta make sure to walk in to get into room with 1 rupee.
Your Majesty, Rick found Rick has everything that he needs. Rick did find the bow in level 8. Your Majesty, Vicnin has left 8 without the bow. Vicnin does not have it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunateness of things that have occurred here. But you don't know, he may go back into it here. Oof. Vicnin actually gonna go ahead and clear out this blue Wizrobe nightmare of a room.
And they rolled high too, which is not fun.
Yeah, they did. That's at least 2 bombs to kill them. Oh, that's the sound of Ganon. That is the sound of Ganon, and ladies and gentlemen, there's Zelda! Because he's actually playing a Gorilla, so you're fighting Zelda trying to rescue Ganon, but sprites aside, Ganon fight.
Same kind of aspect of need 8 shots with the white sword.
Yep. So Ganon does get affected by the plus or minus HP roll Rick, in danger of dying if he takes one more, contact shot from Zelda. There it is! Oh no!
So, Rick unfortunately getting hugged. He knows, at least we know that as long as he takes a step and takes her down, he's okay.
Indeed. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a shortcut over there. No, that did not seem like a very simple path to the Ganon fight. Did Vicnin grab the Triforce in 3? I didn't see him grab it or not.
No, I believe he left 3 without it. I mean, granted, I was watching Rick fight Ganon.
Yeah. Chat indicating he doesn't believe he did, so interesting. Yeah, so really the story of this match is just that Rick found the bow in 8, and Vicnin did not, left 8 before finding it. The silver arrows were blocked by the ladder, but they were the white sword item. And really, the major item being the ladder we found in level 1, not needing a sword to get it, so...
Rick trying to find a workaround, but unfortunately running out of bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, the path to the kidnapped is pretty easy from the start screen. The path to Ganon just seems long. Taking a bit of damage here.
Yeah, it's a matter of trying to get to him, but get to him with enough hearts to beat him. Or her, in this case.
Yeah, Rick has no potion. He does have the letter, but...
Not much money, though. Gotta be really careful to dodge the red bubbles here.
Patra... almost? Oh, we got him. It's kind of amazing how easy Patra is once you take out everything around him. Well, you know, I just realized that those red bubbles are right outside Ganon's room. That's not nice, game. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, especially without a potion. It's just like, really, game, you're gonna be like that to me.
Apparently. Yeah! Yeah, Rick's getting through. Unfortunately, he's coming into Ganon's room with, way less health than he had last time. Firing an arrow off for funsies, I guess, anyway. So,
yeah, this room is just kind of not pleasant to fight Ganon in either.
Yeah, Rick versus Zelda round 2. Trying to get that stun lock in. If you can get that, he won't matter that he's only got 1 heart left. But he touches Zelda at all, and he's going to go back to start once more. Meanwhile, Vicnin getting a hit where the silver arrow is. Oh no! Rick taking another death!
Yeah, Rick unfortunately hugging Ganon a second time. This is the point where I'll probably leave and go to a fairy fountain and then go back in.
Yeah, where is he? He's actually, unfortunately, somewhat far away from from really any kind of healing at all, so I'm not oh, I know what he's doing. He's trying to force a fairy drop, I think.
Yeah, so what he did is he counted to 15. Now his next enemy should drop a fairy as long as he doesn't get hit.
Yep. Nice! Yeah, I've seen people force bomb drops before. That's the first time I've actually had someone, I've seen someone purposely force a fairy like that. That was kind of cool. Well, Vicnin here is, just gambled once. Only lost 3 rupees. If I could only lose $3 at a casino every time I win, I'd go more often, let me tell you.
Now we just have to get back again and avoid the red bubbles right outside of his room.
Yeah. And all of them on the way, apparently. At least we got the blues right here, but man. So red and blue bubbles are completely part of the second quest and exclusive to second quest. That's the word I was looking for. And Vicnin has found himself another level. What is 5 the only one left? Yeah, he's found 5, I think.
Alright, Rick is back at it. Has more HP this time.
Yes, a lot more HP. There we go, there we go. He's got the stun. He finally has a lot of HP. He doesn't need any of it.
So Rick grabbed the Triforce. Zelda wasn't too far away.
Zelda's easy to get to from the start. I don't remember how to get there from here. As Saver pointing out in the chat that more HP on the Ganon fight means immediate auto stun lock, just like having like 6 keys means that you're going to find any key regardless of what the item is supposed to be. It's basically true. Rick taking a hit from a red bubble, but at this point doesn't really matter. Rick, you know you can just push that, right? It's okay. Rick trying to be fancy. You know, Victor learning that Gleeok lurks along the coast, and fortunately for him, we already knew that.
And Rick is closing in. He should be there momentarily.
He's gotta get through this patch, which he has enough health to face tank. And there it is! We knew this was Zelda's place. Or Ganon's room, I guess I should say. And there he is! Rick rescuing Ganon, bringing Chaos back to Hyrule, and finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 50 minutes and 20 seconds. GG. Get your GGs out in chat.
Very, very nice time on this flag set by Rick. Very nice show he put on.
Absolutely. Well done indeed. I missed what the item was. Victor just went in there. What was it?
That was the raft.
The raft. Ouch.
So, not gonna take the bait of picking that up.
Yeah, I think at this point he probably knows where everything is. As far as
we never found level 5, but
I think he's in it, isn't he?
Yeah,
I mean he has to be. It's the only other level we hadn't found. It's way up in Death Mountain.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Rick will be joining us. Just asked for a moment, so.
Yeah, you want to kind of get rid of those post-race nerves. Sometimes it gets a little anxious. Sometimes.
A little.
All right. So while Vicnin is going through here, let's take a look at the schedule for the rest of the day.
Oh, looks like we may have just gotten one. Hold on. Well, Vicnin picking up his Triforce out of level 5. He now has 5 Triforce pieces. Unfortunately, I wonder if he's going to jump back into 8 or if he's going to go right into 9. My guess would be 9 since it's, since what the information he has right now, 9 has a really good chance of having the bow. Which means he's likely to go into 9 looking for it. Well, there was only one race today, but now there's another one. No, there's not. Is there another one?
Possibly. It's still being talked about.
Gotcha,
we might have Your Majesty's race later tonight.
Gotcha. But we are currently being joined by AdirondackRick. Rick, congratulations, GG, what a seed.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know you don't necessarily need the red ring, but you gotta be really happy when you find that, like, all of 30 seconds in the match, right?
I feel good, but also I feel because, you know, that's a thing that Vicnin's going to get early on, and, you know, if you think that you're going to be about the same as your competitor with the jewelry on, well, it kind of evens out the race, so I kind of got a little worried once I saw the red ring there, but on the same token, well, you saw it again in the fight. I was happy to have it at the end.
Right, absolutely. So, if you're wondering, the big difference here has been Vicnin found level 8 after you did. You had already had both the silvers and the bow at that point, but Vicnin found 8, and just like you, found the red candle and the Triforce in the same room, but Vicnin decided to leave level 8 and not come back to it.
Well, at that point, I knew the population of the items was starting to get low, and I knew, and I felt it was level 8. I looked at my map afterwards to see that it was 8. I'm like, no, I'm not letting a second item in here go by. Because at that point, I didn't have the silvers. I only had the ladder at that point, so I didn't know the silvers were ladder blocked.
Right. Yeah, that was a very interesting spot to find those.
Yeah,
gotta give you kudos real quick. I've never actually seen anybody charge up 15 hits on, like, an old man in a dungeon to force a fairy drop, so well done.
I saw that from Crystal Saber and several other of the runners that have done this in the past. It's like, okay, I've died to Ganon twice. The second time I took way too much abuse trying to find an alternate path to get there, but I was like, I took way too much damage. I'm not having the greatest of Ganon spawns. I'm not letting him kill me a third time because I don't know where Vicnin is. I don't want to find out that me dying to Ganon was what costs me the race.
Indeed. Rick, by the way, you are very far away from your microphone, or it's very quiet, one of the two. So, as we're watching Vicnin here go through level 9, and again, unfortunately for him, he is going to be looking for the items in here, which I think we have narrowed down, don't we? It's got to be...
It's the flute and the power bracelet.
Okay, how is this?
There you
that's
are!
Much better.
You see, when you have multiple microphones head into a system, and you have one of the microphones that's away from you lined up, that's what usually happens. Anyways, yeah, it was great place for those silvers. You know, it's like I loved finding them there. I was hoping to find 9 there, actually.
Right? Indeed, I'll bet so. But no, yeah, that seed came together for you pretty well. Getting the items out of level 1. Vicnin is actually the first one to loot level 1 without a sword and was able to get both of those items. And but you were not that far behind him. You pretty much, I want to say, what, it was only a few minutes, right, Dark?
Yeah, it's maybe like 5-10 minutes at most. You basically were right after you took that death on the potion shop. You went back to the forest, and then you found it.
I hated finding the wood sword there because it just was so... it was a painful death, and it was a spot that I should have checked before I went up to the other 2 spots, but I was like, okay, I'm going to bypass this spot again, so I might as well head up to the 2 spots there, then backtrack down, only to find out that 1, there was a level, 2, there was a wood sword. I mean, both of those I could have been able to replenish my health and have something to fight off the Lionels with.
Yeah, so all in all, the combat in the seed wasn't that bad. A couple of rooms with blue wizards, but nothing that really held you up.
Well, I was glad.
I was probably your only bane, I would say.
I was really glad that in level 3, the orange wizrobes went down in 1 bomb because of how bad I got with the red bubbles in that level.
Yeah, right? Oh, so many red bubbles in level 3. They were, like, the blue ones were just all the way at the top. Not fun. As for seeing, Vicnin actually found the compass in level 9, so he knows where Zelda's at. So this is one of the first seeds that I've seen that the recorder and the power bracelet, both of which in 9, neither of which came into play. Other than the ladder, you guys didn't really have much you needed. Anyway, Vicnin, nice vertical ladder clip.
So I'm guessing the raft was in 5?
The raft was in 5, yes. Yeah, Vicnin found that. 5 was all the way up on Death Mountain.
Yeah, 5 was second row, 3 over.
Yeah, I wasn't getting over there once I found level 9. Like, the only reason I was hunting down Death Mountain was, at that point, I had the go mode items, I had the bow, I had the silver arrows. The only reason I'd have to dive back into a dungeon to find something else was if I couldn't find level 9. And once I found level 9 where I did, it was like, okay, get into another level, get what I need, and let's get to 9.
Indeed.
And Vicnin did just find where Zelda is, and then unfortunately got Stalfos Blade.
Right. Actually, we were a little surprised you didn't go back towards level 4, which is the dungeon all the way in the far corner. The far right.
Yeah, Casino Corner.
Because we think you went up there and saw a dungeon up there.
Yeah, top right corner. Yeah, I did see where level 4 was, but...
4 had your wand if you wanted to go pick that up.
Well, I got the hint that said that, so I knew exactly what was in level 4 when I went by the hint shop after level 8, but it became irrelevant. Like I said, once I found where the silver arrows were, and in my... I could have been wrong, but 6 was the closest thing I had to where level 9 was at that point.
You're not wrong, yeah, that was the closest to where you were. And as it turns out, level 6 had the white sword, so... You know, good all the way around, I'd say.
So,
Yeah.
Rick, you are advancing in the tournament. Your next match looks to be Tetra Lee, and if you manage to get by Tetra, you get your rematch with Fred. Comments on both of those 2 matches?
I can't be thinking about a rematch against Fred, and there's several reasons why. First of all, you know, I got to get past Tetra Lee first, and Tetra Lee is a solid opponent. Had a rough draw against Shaddy in the first round, so it's like, you know, you can't look past any of these opponents. You have a rough seed, you have a rough go, you gamble on 9 and you find out that the bow is somewhere else, and they got the bow about 30 minutes before you do. It could be a world of trouble, and you can't take any of these opponents lying down. I know Tetra Lee does play these flags a lot, and I'm ready for a good match against her.
Awesome.
Yeah, Tetra's definitely come a long way since the last tournament, so it'll definitely be fun to watch the 2 of you go at it. Should be very interesting to see how that race turns out. Absolutely.
By the way, I did love that the 2 memes of the tournament, the boomerangs, both of them were ladder blocked.
Right?
Sorry, Greenleaf, and sorry, Fury. I'm not getting either of them.
Yeah, we noticed we noticed you found the boomerang. I kind of looked away at Vicnin and went back. I'm like, wait, did he not pick that up? I guess not. Okay.
It was ladder blocked at that point. I didn't have the ladder, so
yeah,
I couldn't do anything about it.
Indeed. Vicnin is finding staircase after staircase and not finding any of the items in here.
So I take it he still does not have the bow.
Yeah, he left level 8 without getting the bow.
Yeah, and he's still digging through 9 right now, which for him makes sense because, like, to him it's a 50-50 chance at least. It may even be more than that. Don't exactly remember. He got the item out of 3, I think. 'Cause he was in there.
Yeah, he saw the item in 3. He doesn't know the item in 6 or 9.
Well, of course he's got the item in 3. It was the book, and his wand is making things on fire. Well, he's walked into the Ganon fight. I think I would say he's hoping to bomb out of here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any bombs. He probably just wanted to make sure that that was the room itself, and he is leaving 8, 9. Now, I don't know if he's gonna go just look for bombs, which is entirely possible. Yeah, it looks like he's just looking for bombs. He's not heading towards level 8 in any way, shape, or form. So, Rick, what's your thoughts been on this tournament as a whole? Oh, there's a bomb shop. Perfect.
Well, I like bomb shops.
Yes, indeed.
Especially when they're only 8 rupees.
Yeah, especially when they're 8 rupees, and you get a 16 rupee small secret, so you're gonna be able to buy 2 packs of them really early.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was very nice to find.
Did you ever stumble across the large secret, Rick? Because we did not catch it.
No, I did not. All I saw was the pitiful mid secret and the nice small secret.
Right?
I think to answer the question that you were presenting before you got cut off there, I think really it's an interesting set. Like, gambles can be more penalizing in this set than they could be under the previous sets, because you're possibly going to be skipping over certain dungeons. Like, we're seeing this with Vicnin here, the fact that he doesn't have the bow out of level 8, and it was one of the 2 items in there. You're seeing what happens if you leave items behind, and with less dungeons explored, it could come back to haunt you even further.
Indeed. Yeah, I've just had a lot of fun with this tournament in general, so it's been fun to be a part of. And Vicnin's jumping back into one of these transport staircase, still looking through level 9 here. He hasn't found either item in here, which is just unfortunate.
But I'm going to go ahead and step out of here. Thank you guys for the commentary. Thanks to Alsoa for doing the tracking, and for Math Girl for restreaming this for us.
Alrighty, Rick. GG one more time, my friend. Everyone, please give Rick a quick follow. Heck of a race he put on today, and he will be moving on to face Tetra sometime in the coming weeks.
Absolutely. Congratulations and GG. Alright, so Vicnin going after this, well, trying to get around this Patra. Does so. Which is good, because no one likes Patras. Alright, so that staircase is going to take him down there. At this point, I'm just curious where the heck any item is in here, because I feel like Vicnin has explored, yeah, a pretty decent amount of level 9 here.
Yeah, he hasn't gone much towards the the central section. It seems like it's kind of cut off a bit, but he's gotten a lot of the skeleton of it, I want to say.
Indeed. Just more red bubbles. More rooms of red bubbles. Can't go that way. Can you go up from here?
Gotta avoid the red bubbles. I believe it's the room, the blue ones, the... Nope.
I think he was already cursed by the red bubbles, so at that point it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, true. You can just walk through if they got you once already.
Here we go. This has to be an item, right? It is, and that's the power bracelet. I think does he know? I don't know if he's seen all the dungeons or not.
I believe he has.
So he would know offhand that he wouldn't necessarily need that, but that's okay. If he has seen all of them, I'm not sure. Maybe that's what he's checking right now. I don't know if he keeps track of his levels or anything like that.
Well, he knows he's seen 1 because that was where he got that's 2 items, and he knows he's seen 3 because that's where he got the book.
That's true.
6 might be the one that he doesn't know about.
I think he went in there though, so at the very least, I think he's seen it. He may not know that's level 6, but at this point, knowing everything else, I don't have anything left. Oh, I hope that Patra isn't blocking the item. That would be awful. This feels like a very bomb-heavy level 9, in so much as you need a lot of bombs to get through level 9.
Yeah, it's kind of level 9 where you want to be proficient at your bomb counting. There's not a lot of bomb dropping enemies either that I've noticed.
Yeah, that's another unfortunate thing of this level 9. Because, yeah, I haven't seen too many enemies that will drop bombs either. There's the Gibdo, that's about it.
Yeah, there's always guaranteed to be a couple, but not. It doesn't have to be guaranteed to be a lot.
Yeah, very cut off level 9. Look at that. Alright, Vic, what's the plan now? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna bomb, more specifically? You got one left. Where do you go with it? What do you do with it?
Yeah, this is kind of level 9 where you just kind of have to... I hope you're mapping it very well. That'd be the first step.
Yeah. Yeah, I find mapping level 9 is almost imperative because I have a hard enough time remembering all the, like, which wall I've bombed and whatnot if I'm not keeping track.
And yeah, as you just posted in chat, OPT, let's give both these guys a follow. Vicnin for sticking with it, putting up a good fight, and Rick for a very nice race himself.
Absolutely, and we do have a dot quit from Vicnin in the SRL, so that is going to do it for him.
So let's get some GGs in chat for Vicnin. Put up a heck of an effort.
Absolutely, you guys.